Fuck you. I'll start when I fucking want to.
Can you please drop the fucking beat, AJ?
Welcome back, assholes. It's the Starfish Fantasy Football League.
Yeah, welcome back. Long
Energetic
time.
asshole.
Alright, so there was a 2-week hiatus because I almost fucking died again of the shit that almost got me last time. Acute.
Way
Just
to
wash
fucking
your
cock
ass.
tease us, AJ.
Boo. You didn't die. You didn't feel that.
Right.
Like, can we say that word?
Yeah, I mean, I could probably bleep it. I should probably mark that. Is
What?
there a God damn it. Anyway.
He's gonna cut that whole entire screen.
Let's get back to it.
This is all just adding minutes to my day. Every time he says some shit.
What?
17 fucking days later, we're here.
About
I
fucking
forgot the
time.
whole...
Wish you would have died. What?
You gotta edit that out too.
Just kidding, bro.
It's all jokes.
Still said it.
All jokes.
Alright, general news, man. I guess that's what we start off with.
Yeah, man.
Started off with last time. It's been so fucking long.
Right? Who do we have on matchups this week? I mean,
Well, y'all want to talk about this week coming up, or the...
no, let's wrap
The
what we
all
just did,
All right.
and we'll roll into this week.
So we're just gonna pretend those other weeks didn't happen.
Let's
So
just
my,
go
one
back.
May as
of
well.
those losses is off my record.
Yeah, let's just get my loss out of the way from last week.
All
Let's
right,
move
there it
forward.
So what do we have for matchups? So I'll start. We had me and Team Mike, so Duncan Platoon and Team Mike.
Yes, sir.
Somehow I pulled this one off with Waddle not having the best day. 6 points.
Yep.
Whatever. Really didn't think I was going to win that one, but who was it? Mike Evans, 30 points. And Kels, obviously, 24 points. And the San Francisco defense, 22 points.
Kill that
A
shit.
touchdown,
Damn.
interception, a fumble recovery. Yeah, they went
Running
in, man.
shit.
Yeah. Put it on the
Damn.
Rams.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Damn, Mike Evans versus Kansas City. Shit, I didn't see that one. That ended up being a barn burner. Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
I was hoping for it, man. I played Andrews hoping that it would be a bit more there, but I had enough to win. That's fucking good enough for me.
Yo, the Buffalo game. Fuck.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Forget about it.
You said he had negative points through the first half, right?
Yeah, for like when I checked up on Josh Allen at the end of the first half, it was like negative 0.36 or something like that at one point. It was
Fumbles,
bad.
2 interceptions
That's-
in the first half.
Yeah, it was
What's
a
going
bad
on?
day. I was like, yo, there's no way. And then, I mean, to put up 23 and a half points from that in a half, okay,
Doing
that's a game.
They basically played in a hurricane because
No, it was raining its ass
Yeah,
off,
it
man.
was
It was crazy.
terrible weather up there.
So you ended up getting 147 points. What was that on the week? Like who?
I ended
Where'd
up
that
second
rank?
on the week. Steven won the week.
Dude.
Steven won the week.
Yep.
He whooped my fucking ass, but we'll get to that in a second.
Not the first
Yeah.
time.
I mean-
Mike had Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill going off, doing over 20
Uh-huh.
points. It's
Bridgewater and Waddle didn't have a good day. I mean, obviously, it happens. They don't have that kind of chemistry. I played Chase Edmonds, being fucking Josh Jacobs hadn't done dick yet this season. Then he goes off for 34 and a half points.
I was glad to see that as a Raider fan. Actually running the
I
ball
bet.
for once. Are you two gonna make out or what? Like you,
Which
we got
Look that up.
a barrier between the mics to try to make a.
It's a
Sound
sound barrier,
different?
not a face barrier.
Right.
So we have
Back to football news. Let's go.
Chicks with digs, stretchy saxes.
Yeah, that's me, baby. You know.
This
Stretch
is
the
the
sacks in
gayest
the motherfucking
matchup
building.
of the week.
Yeah, you wish.
Right.
This has to be.
Anyway, you like it.
You have to edit
Stretch the
that out.
sacks in the building. You know who I am. Good.
So
Tell me what
Kyler
happened
Murray-
to them.
Let's see which one of you want. Oh shit, Landon got his fucking shit for the first time.
Boo! You other motherfuckers.
Whatever, dude. All right, so Kyler Murray,
Give me my.
big Kyler Murray things. Austin Eckler went the fuck off though.
Yeah.
Austin
Yeah.
Eckler lost his damn mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his totals here?
60 yards and 3 total touchdowns.
34.9
Can you say it again, bro?
points.
Can you say it one more time?
60 yards, 3 total touchdowns for 34.9 points.
You heard motherfucking Mr.
He's
Sanchez.
Well,
Mhm.
Some
He told
passing
you.
yards. That's probably
Right,
what it is.
because he had 6 catches for 60 also.
Yeah,
So
60
that's-
rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns,
Mhm.
49 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown.
Now,
That's a busy
I-
game.
Yeah.
do you know what really makes this impressive, this win that Landon has right here?
Tell me, AJ.
DeAndre Swift.
Right.
Yeah.
Landon's
Taylor Swift's brother.
total score this week was 113 to 191. This
no,
was
to 91.
no. I'm saying I said to nine. Or I said 191.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
113
don't look at Miles
to
Sanders on your
91.
bench.
This was the lowest scoring matchup of the deal here. Despite Jake not playing Alvin Kamara, who didn't play in the game, he had no points for that. None of his guys popped off at all. Everyone had outside of Christian McCaffrey had a less than stellar performance or up to their projected. This motherfucker here somehow
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
has DeAndre Swift in his flex,
Taylor Swift's
who
brother.
also doesn't play. The best part about that is I called this motherfucker from the hospital
Yeah,
and
pissed
said,
off on me on
hey,
Front Street.
change your fucking lineup. Get Swift out and put somebody else in.
I said, who?
He said, all right, yeah, I got you. And I'm like, so it went through.
I don't
Because I'm
think so.
looking at it and it's not changing.
I said David Cooper? Or no, what was it?
No, Amari Cooper.
Oh.
Now, I told you Amari Cooper, turns out he had like a 3-point day. What was it? Let me see.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper,
Yeah, right.
he had 1.9 points.
Yeah.
So
Trash.
that would have been bad. I almost told you Miles Sanders, you had 29.6, but we're not going to talk about that.
Lucky of my fucking uppy.
Somehow still won the game.
Right. You know.
That's
Yo, y'all
I'm
are
the guy that
much
don't know what's
better.
going on. I'm still winning. Fuck out
I
of
said y'all's matchup wasn't much better.
here.
Yo, holy shit.
actually,
That's
hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's better, it's only by like a
Not
point.
much.
A point.
So
93 and
Percentage of a point.
110 and not basically 92 and 113. They're like one fucking point off of each other.
that's
It ain't much.
Mine was Javonte Williams going out early in the first quarter.
Oh
that's
yeah.
Howard
gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And he's
That
supposed to
would
be
hurt.
out for a few weeks, isn't he?
Yep, that's why
The rest of the year, ACL.
And you know
Trash.
who else is going to be out for a few weeks? Tua Tagovailoa.
AJ?
I started Tua over Aaron Rodgers because I was honestly on that
Yo, it
high
was
train, but
that tackle doesn't happen. We'd have beat that ass. Like the Bengals
honestly,
were
you
not
know-
gonna do that game.
yes,
Not a chance, dude.
Early in that game, he was hitting people everywhere on the
Right.
field,
They barely were in that game up until that point, and then that was it. I mean, and beyond it, didn't do anything until he threw the pick. Truly, y'all, for the Bengals to be so hyped, I feel like you had an opportune time to put it on us, and I don't think you did.
No.
So
Not at least as hard as they should have.
right.
At
Right,
all.
because
They didn't put it on us at all.
if
quarterback
you'd
went
have seen
down.
it like Teddy Bridgewater did well
I think
when he threw the pick though, I knew it was coming. Everything in that game, he looked composed and this and that, but like when it happened, you knew right. Like, well, yep, that was going to be the one.
Now, on the other side of that game, the Miami Dolphins defense got exactly 0 points.
Yeah.
You didn't go negative, but what happened?
Xavier Howard went out, and then everything went to crap.
Right. Basically, still no Byron Jones, so they were doubling up on Chase, which left a one-on-one with Xavier Howard with a groin injury on T. Higgins. And that was
Got
it.
you.
And then by
So-
about
but
the
again-
third quarter,
Legitimately, it looks worse than it was. I mean, halftime, it was like 14-12.
yeah.
Bridgewater hit Tyreek Hill for 65 yards and ended up at the 5, and they couldn't put the ball in the end zone from the 5.
Yeah.
And then you go down the line after you kick the field goal. Jason Sanders misses a field goal, misses another extra point off the rail. Like, just everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it wasn't just the defense. Just the defense played more time. And then when
Now
Bridgewater got down the field, like, oh, we're gonna rally, threw the pick, bang, done deal.
Now, do you think the Bengals are a little bit overhyped or no?
Yes, yes.
So,
Two-
kind of the
They-
luck got them
they-
to the Super Bowl, or just the right
No,
circumstances?
no, I think the
just
right
made
circumstances
plays?
last year. Obviously, they have talented players. I just think that whatever they either haven't meshed well, whatever they have currently going on is not the same team from last year because they beat us for sure. That's what the scoreboard shows. Go back and look at it. They didn't beat us like that. Like I feel like with what you have, you should be better.
Yeah. Let's move down the team a little bit. Now, you got Joe Mixon did well, but Jonathan Taylor, you just traded for him, Chris. How do you feel?
well, I expected him to play better because he was going against Tennessee.
Actually, funnily enough,
he got injured though. He did get injured.
well,
in the
you're
second
playing
quarter.
against Derrick Henry.
I know.
Also, the guy you traded for Jonathan Taylor, who got 23 points. Now, how do you feel about it?
I'm not worried about it. no.
Honestly, in that game, it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Big fact, big fact.
Well-
Did he got injured? Didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he has a high ankle sprain, but the Colts are playing Denver
Just a good
Thursday,
lead.
and there are reports that Jonathan Taylor is hopeful to play. So if he's playing, he's staying in.
And then Darren Waller. Sorry about that.
God, why do Raiders suck so bad?
Raiders just suck. It's just
We
all-
just no.
Waller
We just
hasn't
fixed.
scored more
You
than
are what your
5
record
points
says you
in the
are.
No,
last
Josh
Right now, your
McDaniels-
record
listen.
says you suck.
Listen, Josh McDaniels just finally figured out that when you run the ball, it makes it easier to then pass the ball instead of only passing. the ball.
Josh McDaniels went in with the owner, got his words right, and then went out there and said, "You know what I better do what the owner says, or I don't have a job."
Pussy.
Yo, he'd be
Waller's
lucky if
still
he
out.
had a job if Al was still alive. That's all I'm saying. Like, that motherfucker was quick to pull a ripcord, bro. But Dennis, your team. Javonte Williams obviously gave you a low score there.
Mm-hmm.
He's out first.
Oh man, I can't.
Kyle
But
Pitts.
everybody else had a pretty good
Yeah,
game
Kyle
until you get
Pitts,
to
old
Kyle
3-point
Pitts.
3-point
What's
bad
up with
points.
Pitts, man? He was supposed to
Atlanta.
be.
They're
He was
just
supposed to be the shit
When
for you.
Desmond Ritter is their starting quarterback is when Kyle Pitts will get more touches, receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
You
they're
think-
just double covering him because
Right.
there's
I was
no
about to say-
outside of that. There's no true real force on Atlanta. Some weeks he'll go off, and then some weeks you get a
Well, it's
double.
like, who
When
do
it
they-
comes to the matchup, you have to take the
well, who do
matchup.
they have on the outside?
But keep this in mind
You
too.
tell me, no one.
Atlanta actually is ranked number 2 in the league for rushing. So they're Cordell
Right.
Patterson and Avery Jones. They're all just running the damn ball.
But
Well, it's
see,
because they can't pass. That's the problem.
if that was the case of the play action, what they're doing is they're double covering their best player on the offense, which is Kyle Pitts, and then going from there because they're scoring points. So somehow they got to get it to Pitts and get him involved.
J.K. Dobbins had a good game.
That was a
22
pickup off the
points.
street. It don't matter until anything. He got me points. He got 22 points. Doesn't matter that they lost in the second half. It's about what he did. And I picked him straight up off on Saturday, put him in the game in a flex just to see. J.K. Dobbins is the reason why you lost this week.
I'm surprised y'all
I
didn't
say
think
Tua,
it.
but
I'm surprised you two didn't get a bet going for this week.
He wouldn't bet me. He thought he was going to lose from the jump, so he wouldn't.
we never actually never had a conversation about it. But
That's because you told me you were going to lose. So I said, okay.
All right, and then moving
What
on
you going to
to
bet if you say you're going to lose?
What, Steven and AJ?
what I think is the biggest ass whooping of this week. Which, all right, so this week started off great, right? Because he's got Jamar Chase, I got T. Higgins. Jamar Chase gets 12 points, T. Higgins gets 25. I'm like, sweet, fucking, we're good to go.
Sweet
I got
money.
I've already doubled his shit. Then the Sunday games start.
What happened? Talk about it.
So I'm looking at Lamar Jackson. It's a minute into the game. The Baltimore Ravens pick the fucking ball off.
Did it?
They're at like the 1 yard line. Lamar Jackson throws a little pass, 1 yard, bam, touchdown within the first minute.
Second interception
And I'm like, oh,
of
shit.
The game, 4th of the year.
The football gods is fucking with me today.
Fuck 'em.
They want me to win this game. And then not 5 seconds later,
What happened?
Justin
No.
Herbert scores a motherfucking touchdown from
No,
like
he
38
fucking
yards
didn't.
out or
what
some
the
shit.
Fuck?
5 seconds later. And it was like that just the rest of the fucking game.
Ugh.
Literally everybody started strong within like the first couple minutes of the game.
Start
and then
strong,
fell the
get it
fuck
up
off.
soft, huh?
Just fell the fuck
Couldn't
off.
Yeah.
TJ
Soft
Hawkinson
ass
breakout
motherfuckers.
game though.
TJ Hawkinson,
That's the funniest. That is the funniest thing.
Yeah,
about this.
40 points.
40
Like,
points for
who
TJ.
the,
Jared Goff got through to somebody.
you know, like,
St. Brown was out.
Hard to soft, man. It's over with.
I mean, damn.
Trash.
Son.
So it's like, yo, my tight end gets a 17-point
I
game,
bet it did.
and it's like, who gives a fuck? His
Say
got
a little loud.
40. I feel like the boyfriend, you know that meme
What?
of the white girl on the couch?
Some gay
With
shit.
the black dude standing behind her?
Whoa.
No, which
what
meme are you talking about,
dude?
You know the exact meme I'm talking about.
Whoa, whoa.
I feel like that chick's boyfriend when I look at the fucking tight end
You feel
situation.
like a
there.
chick's boyfriend? Whoa.
Wow.
What's going on in your mind, buddy?
Better than
Wouldn't that be
like a
that's
woman.
straight? Like, how are you
No, that's
making
gay. But you go.
a chick's boyfriend? What the fuck?
You said you feel like a chick's boyfriend. Keep going. Next.
Just-
How is that getting? No,
All right,
stop. I'm
let's
not
talk
letting you get
about
away
Tua.
with that.
Let's talk about
No,
Tua.
fuck
What happened
Tua.
with Tua, bro?
Tua can suck a dick for a second. What was
Wow,
that?
you gotta edit that out there, AJ. Jesus. You over here.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm,
You don't care, he's gay. It's okay.
he can come
So,
find me.
I'm gonna just let you know, man. I'm officially a new Dolphins fan. You know.
Oh, yeah, I
Let
forgot
everybody
to-
know the motherfucking message. You know.
Man, you just wanna-
inquired me about a Bills fan though.
Yeah.
You just
no,
want
Or a
to.
Raiders fan.
Nobody's
Fuck you
interested.
and them Bills, bitch.
You just want to be a Dolphins fan because Tuo's throwing up gang signs.
No,
Fuck
that
you.
motherfucker was seasoned. Fuck him. I was really sad that after I became a Dolphins fan, this motherfucker seized up on the ground. I was like, yo, did I put some bad fucking juju voodoo on that motherfucker because I was in Louisiana? Like, I really got upset about it. I was like, yo, nigga, I can't do shit right.
Or
I'm
what
saying,
or what
I
do you
need these
crypto
motherfuckers
because
bad
you gotta
voodoo.
wear blue.
How about you?
He's probably he's definitely a crip.
But at the same time, though,
Who? Why is every
Wow.
black person a blood or a crip to you?
Where did that come
And he's
from?
Hawaiian either way. Like,
Samoan, is that what you said?
We're
Hawaiian?
just joking about gang sign.
Nobody's joking about gang signs.
Right,
Are
why would
making
you
fun
ever
of Tua
joke about a
'cause he
gang
was
sign?
seasoned? Yo, this fool's making fun of Tua because he was fucking seasoned on the ground. You
Yeah,
thought
what-
he was going gang gang?
what the
That's
fuck?
You're fucking tripping.
What a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
This is your mic.
Yeah. Fuck this,
This
Mike.
motherfucker just yelling into the room. He don't give a fuck.
I'm
Like,
that loud. Anyway, this fool's over here making fun of Tua. You think he's throwing gang signs on the ground when that motherfucker was seasoned
I
up?
thought that's
What
what
if he
you
loses
said.
his career? Say something, you Bills fuck.
I would never wish that.
You're a liar.
Would
I
never.
saw what you were doing with your hands over there, mocking fucking Tua. You don't do that.
You were
Chris,
just doing this.
Chris,
Yo, he's
You were
doing it
just
again.
doing
He's
this.
he's doing it again.
He's doing
Making
it.
fun of him.
I'm not doing anything. Is there a camera? No.
this motherfucker's going into the goddamn microphone.
It's
Like,
made to sound like that. Yeah, I'm trying to sound sexy. You ever heard of ASMR? Fucking Tua.
Chris,
What?
Talk
Now?
shit, Tua.
now, if Josh Allen separates his shoulder in week 4, or no, wait, this was week 4, week 5, like I've been saying. I called week 5 at the beginning, the first episode, so we'll see. But
We'll see.
But
if it happens, you know it's your fault now, right? Because what you said about Tua.
Yeah.
I
Racist.
Right.
I will
fans
take accountability and
They
I will
gathered
own
money
up
for
to it.
charity
You
for
are
Tua.
right.
You heard what he said. He's taking accountability.
I will. If karma bites me in the ass, I deserve it.
Alright.
This guy that fucking goes for
I got my
the
card
Bills
full of
Okay,
is
you're
racist.
going to
Racist.
hand. Okay, so if his shoulder gets separated in week 5, which
Or
is
he
next week,
dies,
if his
Play
shoulder gets
Pittsburgh.
separated, hold on.
or he dies.
You have to write him a handwritten get well soon card and actually mail it to Josh Allen.
I will fucking do it. Hell yeah.
He'll fucking do it.
I'll fucking do it. I'm
Hey.
sure you can.
Oh, no,
Google
no,
it
no,
if you
no.
know mine.
No. So
That's
you're gonna
public
hold
information.
on. That's not it. That's not.
What if
There's
it's
one
a
more
groin
thing.
injury?
Right.
First, hold
I'll
on.
get the injury report first before I write the goddamn
So,
letter.
if it's a
Before
groin message-
before you
Sorry.
If it's a groin
Before you
injury,
send-
you write the letter to his dick.
no before you send the message, we gotta get a hold of it. We gotta make our
I
corrections.
bet you would like that.
All kinds of dicks and
Whoa.
you blowing Josh
You're
Allen.
trying to get a hold of? Chill
Oh
out.
no, it's
I'm just trying
gonna.
not to wish my quarterback harm, but
I'm gonna make it as gay as possible.
AJ wants to get a hold of a bunch of dicks.
Listen,
I got
listen.
it.
He's got
If
this
I can
weird
hook my
blanket
good
he's got
friend
dicks
Chris up
all
with
over.
his
I hear
hero.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a blanket full of dicks.
Okay.
Over Chris.
That's
with
his hero.
groin Injury.
With the blanket of dicks is his hero?
If it was Josh Allen.
Why would he
probably.
want to meet him after getting a letter with nothing but dicks in it? Like,
He's like, I hope
Hey,
Get Will
I've never
Smith.
seen it from this angle. Like,
Hold on.
You gotta meet this guy.
I hope your dick is better.
Because he took the time out of his day for a handwritten card, guys. That's people don't do that anymore, and that shows he really
There's
cares.
a reason.
Especially about a dick.
Because people are usually bad artists.
But Josh Allen strikes me as the type
That's why I'm gonna
that's
trace
what he
this
would go
one.
for. He'd be like, oh my
Dicks
god.
you ever
He
seen?
would go for a car full
What's a
of
Wyoming
dicks. He would
accent?
go for that.
Whoa, say it again.
If he would go for what?
A car full of dicks. I'm sure he'll go for that.
That's a good idea. It's probably a good business.
He seems
option.
like he's that kind of guy.
We all take, we all get some pictures of our dicks and sell them in the cars. You know what I mean? 52 fucking dick car. Picture of all our dicks.
Anyway, we are way off.
All right, let's get back to football.
Hold on, so you're gonna take a picture of all of our dicks and then like 48 more dicks?
No. It's just gonna be our dicks in a 52 car dick. Just like every like.
different angles?
So,
Like what the
hey,
fuck is
You
this
know he's
idea?
got it, like
Ryan,
all this out.
Ryan's gonna be aces.
Ryan, what's the math on that?
Ryan, we gotta have a business plan.
How many dick pics did we get for each card in between? So 5 divided by 52. All right.
Hold on, someone's getting extra dick pics, so like,
For
do
sure.
they get a higher percentage
No.
of proceeds or
No.
what?
If there's a half, we each get half of the card. He stands on this half, I'm standing on the other half. We each get our dick on the same card.
Those are the jokers.
If you were sitting there, you'd have fallen over.
My dick's at the top, no,
God.
yours dick's at the bottom. What's up?
Jesus. All right,
More in football news.
back to this shit. More fucking football news. All right, so here's the general standings as they sit right now. We got the Eastern Conference. At the bottom is Stretchy Sacks, 1-3. 2 games back, he's won 27% of he has a 27% chance of making it to the playoffs.
It's like the fucking weather. Shut up.
Above that's me with Devontae's Inferno, 2-2. Team Mike's 2-2, and then 2 a little, 2 a late, sitting at 3-1.
2 little 2 C's though.
We all hold on, but the weird thing is Mike has a 3% higher playoff percentage than you do at 52%. I don't know what that means, but
Me either.
so Tiny Diggs got the highest playoff percentage at 71.
Yeah,
He's
let's
at
go back to
3-1,
Tiny
leading the
Diggs.
Western
Who's Tiny Diggs
Conference.
again?
That's Steven.
That's Steven, okay.
We got Dune Coon Platoon, 2-2. Chicks with Diggs, 2-2. Both at 59% playoff percentage. What the fuck is this? What Joe, they're talking shit on our conference, guys. We gotta step it the fuck up.
fucking
Let's
slap
go.
back,
God
son.
damn.
There's a
Like
reason I
Tupac
put y'all
said,
in
let's
that
hit 'em up.
conference.
And then Chris is 1-3 also, 27% chance. He's sitting on about saying the same.
So, did we ever do a new vote of who had the best name in the fucking fantasy league right now? Because you were talking shit in the first podcast about how my name is so fucking basic. Now I got some shit called Stretchy Sacks.
Well, when
What's
you
going on?
hold
I
on,
don't know
when
who-
you
we need to take
pair
a vote for everybody.
when you pair Stretchy Sacks with Chicks with Diggs,
that's pretty
yeah,
good.
that's
I lost. You're right, but
you know what I mean? No, not like in comparison. It's those two together. It's just
what,
that's
do you
the-
like one more than the other?
No, it's just the worst combinations of a combination of all the names we have.
But if you had to choose, you like Stretchy Sacks or Chicks with Digs?
Or
Choose wisely.
or it makes you think of
Choose
Chicks
wisely.
with Diggs with real stretchy sacks. Like
Either one you like. I'm just wondering.
Wow. You would always.
I'm just saying, I'm the only one that thought of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
that's-
you like chicks with digs and stretchy sacks all in the same one? No, that'd
I
be.
mean, it could
Yeah,
be all
yeah,
in
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
I think we're getting a little controversial. Let's keep going. Back to football.
All right, so next week's matchups. All right, so it's me and Ryan in the first game here. Projected leaders: Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb. His projected leaders: Josh Allen, Tom Brady, and Travis Kelce. So I don't know why they put both your fucking quarterbacks up there, but
Because they're just that good.
That's what it is.
right now we're
Tell them, baby.
right now our projected total is the exact same at 126.9.
It won't be.
Wow.
Say it loud for the bitches in the back.
Okay. Well, Dennis, now that we're getting to your team, your projected total is 103, and Chicks with Diggs is coming in at 129.
I know,
so.
but Javonte Williams is still in my lineup right
Okay,
now. So,
well.
you know. Yeah,
Do you got a player that's going to make up 26 points?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Who?
Let me
You'll
know.
see.
Who?
You'll see.
How is it a surprise? He hasn't picked him up, or what?
Like I said, you'll see.
I know who it is.
You don't question the 3-1 teams, okay? I'm just
Ooh.
saying.
He plays for
Especially when you're
San Fran.
2-2 or 1-3 or
One of
something
the
like
San
that.
Fran running
Whoa.
backs.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Calm down.
Then we got,
Or if you're not in the East, how about that?
then we got Mike versus Chris,
Oh, Mike's gonna win that.
and Tiny Diggs versus Landon. Now, guys,
Landon can win that one.
Dennis, we need to set his lineup.
No, I'm not cheating like that. No, that's cheating. If he has questions, I'll answer them, but that's cheating.
But when he gets back in here, we gotta run the like.
Sure.
Yo, ask questions, please. Please ask questions. It's that DeAndre Swift shit. Like that broke my heart. I was like, yo, what are you doing? Nope, didn't make it in time. Or at least it didn't. Well, no, like I guess he went to switch it and all that, and then
It was too late.
yeah.
You have like an hour before the game. Once the hour hits, it sets.
Yeah, I definitely need advice all the way around because I have no clue about fantasy football.
First
I'm
rule
trying my
advice:
best.
don't listen to AJ.
Right.
What do you mean?
Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna hate on AJ
He's a Raiders
this week,
fan.
bro,
What do you
because
mean?
you know, fuck Raiders, but I'm just saying I'm a Dolphins fan all the way, baby. I don't know what Dolphins sounds like, but that's what we're doing. Stretchy sacks in the
No,
building,
no, no,
baby.
no,
Shut
no,
up,
no,
AJ.
no,
I'm not done
no.
talking.
Do a flipper impression,
Yeah.
bitch. I wanna... That's
Like,
a bird, dog. You fucking.
Do you know what motherfuckers? Did you know what a fucking flipper sounds like or a dolphin sounds like?
No, I-
Give me one, bitch. What's a fucking dolphin
I
sound
can't
like?
do that shit. It's
Bitch,
too
just shut the
loud,
fuck up. You don't
bitch.
know.
My voice is too low and chocolatey. It's
Yo,
Wow.
your shit's more like saltine-ish. You saltine cracker ass
No,
You
bitch.
keep all that chocolate out your mouth.
All the chocolate you got is down your throat. Chill out. AJ did give me some good advice, even though he's being a fucking dickwad right now. You know? And
keep Matt gay. That's
yo, I love Matt.
he's the heart of your team.
Anybody that's gay, I love
Sure.
him, you know, rainbow all the way. But he did give me some good advice over the weekend, telling me to take out what was it, Connor?
Oh, okay. I gave you
No, I didn't ask you to speak. I said, what the fuck was his name?
James Conner?
DeAndre Swift.
Thank you. I took DeAndre Swift out and put
No,
on.
you tried, but apparently it didn't
It
go
didn't
through
stick.
because he's still in your lineup.
He's making this way harder than what it needs to be. I ain't
Well,
talking
go ahead.
about
He just eats a chocolate bag.
I'm not talking about I'm too white for him. Go ahead, AJ. I'm done. Explain what you told me.
Take DeAndre Swift out of your lineup and put Amari Cooper into your
fucking
lineup.
get to
And
it?
then you see the advice that he gave. You put him on.
Listen, I was right about taking him out of the
One,
lineup. I just didn't realize Miles Sanders.
I got you halfway
While
there.
Miles
It was
Sanders
helpful.
in 29.6.
So even if you would have listened to him, you would have come out 2 points better.
Yeah, I did listen to him. I've done
Less
better.
than 2
But-
points better.
I almost said Miles Sanders, but I didn't. I said Amari Cooper.
You know what? It is what it is, man.
Still, it'd have
Still
been
won.
one more point than you
Hindsight's
fucking had. Fuck you
20/20.
guys.
Yeah, I guess.
None of y'all gave him a call. You were just gonna let this man drown.
Of
I
course,
checked up.
we have
Of course, it's a
Here.
fucking
Yeah.
competition.
I set my lineup.
Duh.
Hey, if
You're
he
just my
he would
bitch,
call
AJ.
Nats, but I'm not going to give anybody any personal favors.
Yeah, you know.
It's his first time.
It's
You
what
gotta
she-
be gentle.
That's what she
4 weeks
said.
ago.
Oh shit, AJ, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If I was on top of you, I ain't gonna let you know I'm coming in.
See, that was the gayest thing that's been said here today.
You-
Like, I'm
Everybody liked
apparently the gay one.
But you liked it.
Yeah.
You giggled.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because
Everyone giggled.
Yeah. That's
Chris
how big
started coughing.
That's how big it was. Everybody giggled. You still giggling. I've licked butthole better than that, will you? Jesus Christ. Give me a to get that taste out of my mouth.
I'm gonna be spending. Hold on. I'm gonna be spending a good 45 minutes
What? Doing what?
just bleeping half of the shit this motherfucker says.
Yeah, I've made it interesting, bitch. Chill out.
What are your thoughts on China?
What, King Jong? I'm fucking with you. I know,
China.
I know it's North Korea. Shut the fuck up. I just want to hear your response.
Fuck with Dollar Tree, fuck with China.
We're gonna blow them bitches up.
Oh yeah, Commissioner's Corner.
Let's get it.
Dennis, what was some of the big things you saw this week? Like any pickups, any waiver wire shit?
I mean, nothing's bigger than picking up J.K. Dobbins and going to the game and getting 22 points. I don't know if he might have a player that did that.
Has anybody
him
been
about-
real active picking up free agents besides like
Right here.
me and you? I've seen Chris a couple times.
I have to
They get-
force Chris to pick up players.
Everybody's been pretty much riding with their team for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do with mine.
But no news. There was no big news for the fantasy. As far as that this week, everybody pretty much rode with what they went with, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah,
crazy
man.
trades or nothing like that. That's for sure.
Well, Derrick Henry for.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's we're not talking about that. You're right.
Shut up.
Fuck it. What happened during those
Let's
2
talk
weeks?
about it, man.
Because I didn't get to talk to y'all really for 2 weeks about any of this shit.
I traded him
So-
Damian Pierce and Derrick Henry for his Jonathan Taylor.
Damian Pierce. Who the fuck is Damian Pierce?
He's Texas rookie running back who is doing 100-yard games and probably the bright spot on their team. But since you don't watch football, you wouldn't know anything about that, would JJ?
But I also but I also picked up
Their
James
cable-
Robinson, who averaged 78 points within the 3 weeks in free agency, averaging about 20 points a week. Of course, I just started him as my flex, and I picked him up after last week. Got me 3 points, but I'm still on the James Robinson train.
Sure.
You like trains. Everybody gets
Oh,
a train every
boy.
day.
I bet you would say y'all aboard.
Alright, so side bet. Who's playing again this week? What's the?
I got you, motherfucker.
Ooh, bitch, you told you. Pussy.
And then Dennis, Jake, Mike, Chris.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did.
Who am I going to get,
I
man?
need Jake. All right.
Is anybody trying to get any side bets going on?
Yeah, me, I'm ready right now, man. I don't have a lot of money right now. I'm broke. I'm delivering pizza.
Oh no.
on the side. Let's get
It ain't got to be money.
Bitch, I need money.
It's-
Be the butthole tattoo.
Yo, bro, I'll bet a face tattoo. Not right now. We gotta wait for that one. We'll talk about that later in a different fucking podcast. But not today.
Nah, you were the one talking about wanting to jump in that nasty ass pool.
Now is the good time to go ahead.
oh, yeah,
Do that for a
nasty
bet.
pool outside?
Yeah, go risk an amoeba for
Yo,
a
risky
side bet.
butthole. I ain't fucking with that.
Yeah, get out of here, son.
Do not.
Anyway, I'm talking more like a $5 bet, bitch. Something that we can get going, just make it interesting. Let's see what's going on.
I would hold off on your bet till next week. You got a pretty tough.
I mean, I can make side bets on other people's.
Right, you could bet on other
Yeah, I can
people's
bet on
shit.
anything I fucking want. I can
Right.
bet this
That's
motherfucker
exactly
stumps his
what I'm
toes.
doing.
Yo,
I go
he-
look at other people's
You
shit.
could bet Ryan on whether or not fucking
legit,
Mike wins
hey,
with Chris.
If you're not pussy, let's go ahead and make a bet right now. Let's get it. It could be meaningless. It could be whatever. Stomp your foot in the second quarter type shit. Whatever. I'm going with Ryan off of $5, $10, whatever you want. Let's make them
You
small
bet.
bets. It ain't gotta be nothing crazy. Let's get it. Let's make
For
it
what?
interesting. Anything you want.
You said you went right. You said
Yeah.
$5. What is your $5 on?
Let's see. Who we playing next week, AJ? Let's go.
Yo, we could do a
AJ and Ryan
thing.
playing against each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Who y'all? What game is that?
We've
What
got
Let's talk about it.
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, fucking quarterback matchup. He's got Lamar Jackson. They're playing Cincinnati on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Josh Allen they're fucking playing Pittsburgh on Sunday.
I think we'll be able to have a
Pittsburgh is
good.
also starting Kenny Pickett, their rookie quarterback.
Bet
too.
$5 Lamar Jackson makes more fucking completed passes than AJ's
I would-
bitch ass.
Right, but like, how do you think that's gonna affect Josh Allen's numbers?
That shouldn't affect
They should be good numbers. They're
No, I'm saying they should be good numbers
TJ
because
Watt.
he's a.
Is
Well-
out, yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking like
That's what I was about to say.
Kenny, him being young and all that. There's probably gonna be quite a few stalled drives. I think maybe Josh Allen can have a few extra
Right.
plays, give him those few more opportunities to score points.
And their
Lamar
defense
versus
is definitely
Cincy.
coming up short.
Lamar versus Cincy, if they ain't on their fucking game, he can run the score up on them heavy. It's just going to come down to whether or not that shitty Baltimore secondary can get it together and fucking stop Higgins and Chase. But hopefully, at the very least, it'll be a shootout. I just don't want it to be like the shootout they just had, where he just kind of got mushed the whole game. So
Oh, you guys play each other? You and AJ?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we're
well,
talking
party.
about right now.
Okay.
Where have you been?
Is that what I'm betting on?
No, we were just going over what type of lineups we're gonna be facing
Sure.
up on this.
Oh,
So next-
you guys talking about Josh Allen versus Baltimore. I was like, oh,
No.
I see
Came
now.
over with that skip.
So
thing,
for- all right,
answer
so-
to it. The whole thing, whole lot of fluff, not a lot of substance, but it's all right.
Right now, my pair of starting running backs is Dalvin Cook and Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb.
Yeah, we know what you've been looking up. Chill out.
Chub.
Wow. Sorry.
No, you're not.
If y'all ever hear that, my bad. Don't fuck me up over that.
Fuck me up.
But no, versus Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Chase Edmonds.
Well,
yeah.
we don't know that yet. I mean,
Right, that's just as it sits. I mean, with Edmonds, we're playing the Jets, so my options would be Josh Jacobs. They're playing Kansas City on Monday, and
That Kansas City
right,
front four is pretty good with that.
Well, I don't know if he'll get the carries that he got last game.
right.
I don't think they're gonna overfeed
Well, and that's why
him.
I was sitting there looking with Chase Edmonds with playing the Jets. It's probably the better bet. He's not like high scoring, but last week he fucking dropped a touchdown pass and still put up what he fucking put up. And against the Jets, that could go a lot further.
A
So
long way.
right, Mike Evans playing Atlanta, and I mean that's I don't know.
that's going to be still. Mike Evans always gets his points.
Yeah, I think he's a safe
That's a
week-to-week
safe
starter.
receiver.
Sure, no,
Him
I mean
and Waddle.
he usually comes through, man. They got him projected for 15 points. And I can
Honestly,
see that all day.
Him, Waddle, and Kelsey. That's the crazy part about your team. Like even looking at
And injuries because you put him in flex.
like other than your running
True
backs, you know, some of them are interchangeable depending on the matchup. Your team's pretty much locked in as far as what your starters are.
Yeah,
like
pretty
all
well.
of them are too good to really.
Mike
Because Mark
Williams,
Andrews in the flex.
Mike
like,
Williams, depending on the matchup. I missed out on this past week or whatever, but Houston, wasn't going to be the matchup, and I should have played him at flex instead of Andrews.
right? But I mean, still, it's like you're maybe a guy change from week to
Right.
week.
No, I mean I don't spend a lot of time working on my lineup. I
Me either.
can rock a lot with what I've got. So
T. Higgins is questionable again, so gonna have to take a look at that. Devontae Adams, I think if they can run the ball, it'll open him up effectively. They're starting to get that chemistry back. I think the whole team's kind of starting to click. You saw that this week. The offense was able to. It wasn't perfect, but it operated way more smoothly than it has so far. Right now in the flex, I got Khalil Herbert. Now I just picked him up. He had a 30-point game.
There's a really
Another
good
week?
running back in the free agency right now.
Yeah, week 3 against.
Intense.
No,
He's the only
he's
running back.
what?
There's a really good running back in our free agency right now. Plays for Detroit. Be a good pickup for someone.
Oh yeah, no, we're still talking about my team right now.
I know.
Again.
Or your team.
Nah, the 20
he
20
said your
carries.
shit sucks, AJ.
20 carries, 157 yards. Look, this guy's week 1 averaged 5 yards. Week 2 averaged 9.5 yards. Week 3 averaged 7.9 yards. Week 4, the lowest game, 4.1 yards. That's not that bad. He's like a touchdown away from being like the shit.
Who are you talking about?
Khalil Herbert.
These nuts.
All right.
So I'm just saying.
I was just trying to get straight because people talking about different people.
I almost went Devontae Smith last week. I'm glad I didn't. I might start him this week against Arizona because I could see Kyler kind of doing some off-the-wall shit and turning that into a shootout. Hopefully Jake actually subs out Alvin Kamara. I don't know if he's even paying attention.
Yeah, 'cause
Definitely
that
wasn't
could be
last
costly
week.
with them having
At the
him
same-
projected for almost 18 points. Diggs at Pittsburgh.
If he would have, Jerry Jeudy has a chance. I mean, Russ Russ is basically he was throwing the deep ball a lot
Right.
in the last game, and I think that's gonna continue. Especially not having a running game, I feel like they're gonna rely on his arm extra heavy.
Well, I mean, they still got a running game. I mean, they still have a very good running back there.
What are you talking about, Melvin Ingram
Yep,
or Gordon? No, it's Melvin Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah, he's
And then they just
He
picked up
fumbles so
Latavius-
much, though.
Latavius Murray, the guy that played for the
Latavius
Saints.
Murray, yeah.
yeah. I mean, Latavius Murray. He used to be a Raider. Like he's. I don't know. He's starting to get old now, and he was never like one of those real top backs. You know what I mean? He was always a good 1-2 punch guy, but never really like the dude.
Well, I mean, that's what they do over in Baltimore. They have the 1-2 punch. So, I mean, if he can come in and fill in for a couple of games or the rest of the season, because you know you're on injury reserve, you know, from last year, this year, you can still come back. But, I mean, you finish up the rest of the year, there's still a solid 1-2 punch between them two. So, I don't think they're losing much in the running game other than maybe the home run. But as far as getting 3 to 5 yards to keep the offense moving, you're not going to, like, lose too much on that front.
All right, so y'all's wide receivers right now is A.J. Brown and Alan Lazard versus Deontay Johnson and Stephon Diggs. Who y'all think is got the edge there?
He had Stephon Diggs.
Who's got the edge right there? Let's see. Go back over it. I'm sorry.
Hold on,
Say
let me
him
get
again.
It's
to
good.
let me get to where there's a projection.
Browns at Arizona, and we got Stephen Diggs at Pittsburgh. And
Diggs
then
against Pittsburgh is a good matchup.
True that.
Possibly, unless they blanket him with Fitzpatrick.
right.
I would, if I was any team, I would try to make right now Davis beat them because Davis hasn't been showing up in any game since week 1. So if I was any defense, it would be, you know, double cover Diggs all game and make their other receivers beat him.
Cover Diggs.
Mm-hmm. And
Gonna
make
have
the-
to.
And with Fitzpatrick, I mean,
Josh Allen's still gonna ball out though, regardless.
I'm,
So
why are you? Again, we're back to you being a Buffalo Bills fan. I'm not saying that. I'm going to particular one player how I would defend him. That's it.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, don't let him
So-
talk to you like that, bro.
Ooh.
Come on, get on his fucking ass.
Ooh.
Tell him how it is, bro.
Ooh.
Buffalo Bills all the way,
Ooh.
you bitches. Buffalo.
I'm
bitches.
just saying I wasn't talking about Buffalo Bills. I was talking about one player and how to cover that player.
You're talking about, bro.
how
Sure.
the
Pound to pound.
offense and whole.
Yeah, but I didn't care about the rest of the offense. I'm talking about one receiver.
It'll definitely depend on how like Pittsburgh puts it together because we've seen Diggs do well against defenses no matter what they did, and then we've seen him be locked out. You know what I mean? Like
True that.
he's containable. It's just whether they can execute on the day is a whole other question.
So Kyle Pitts
Consistent, huh?
at tight end. The battle is Kyle Pitts versus Zach Ertz.
Well, I may start Pat Fryermuth. I'm not sure yet. That's another.
Okay,
spot.
so it'd be either Kyle Pitts at Tampa or where's Pat? Pat Fryermuth
At
at
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
It may be Pat. Because especially if you're starting Kenny Pickett, a rookie quarterback's best friend is.
Damn,
tight
and they're
end.
gonna start him at Buffalo. That's the first.
Well, Buffalo is still injury riddled on defense, so it's not as daunting as say their full force.
Still, like I feel like that's a little bit to the Wolves, but we'll
Could
see.
be.
And
Or you'll
then,
just see if he's good or not.
or you'll see like his Ben Roethlisberger coming out and beat the brakes off Miami in his first start.
I don't think so.
defenses is the Dolphins defense versus the Jets, the Saints defense versus Seattle.
Who that?
I may play Buffalo's defense. I'll debate on that for the next 24 hours.
Buffaloes versus Pitt. Yeah,
I-
we'll see.
Yep.
Saints versus Seattle. I don't know, man.
Rookie.
Seattle can put up some fucking points. I'll tell you that. I don't know about Seattle's defense,
But Seattle's defense gives up. Like even the last game, they put a 48, but Detroit put a 45.
that's what I'm saying. The Saints defense, it's like, yo, watch out, motherfucker. Like, and they might not put up 48, but 32, 34, maybe.
Maybe. Definitely could happen.
All right, what's the next?
Let's
What we
get
got
to
here?
the
Team Mike versus Team Chris. Yeah, you're gonna have to sub out Tua. Who?
I have Rodgers on my bench, so
So Aaron Rodgers versus the Giants.
Yeah.
And
That's-
that's hold on, 9:38. Is that a London game?
9:30 would be a London game.
Yeah.
So in London versus the Giants versus Patrick Mahomes versus the Raiders, Monday Night Football. I'm just gonna let you know it's Patrick Mahomes. It's our secondary ain't like that, man. It's,
But again, the
at
matchup,
best, I expect this to be a shootout. I wouldn't. It would be great if he doesn't have a good game, but I would be shocked if he had a bad one.
matchup wise, the better bet is Aaron Rodgers against the Giants. So there is a way for Aaron Rodgers to be either close or even beat Patrick Mahomes in points because of the matchup. The Giants don't have a defense like that, and we're talking about Aaron Rodgers. And if you watch like last game or two of them, they are the receivers starting to come on. He's starting to actually put up 2-3 touchdowns. I'm assuming it could be a 4 or 5 touchdown game against the Giants.
Yeah, I'm worried about how our defense is going to react to a quarterback that has that much of an arm but that much mobility.
For sure. I mean, I'm just saying the Raiders can beat, them handily. They've shown in the past. Derek Carr has good games against them. So I'm just saying, I think the matchup's a lot closer than it looks like on paper between the two quarterbacks because of who they're playing against.
Even if the Raiders offense does put up those numbers, then Kansas City's going to start scheming passes every single time.
Possible.
That's what I'm worried about with that. So then we got Aaron Jones and Darrell Henderson versus Joe Mixon and shit. Are you going with Taylor, who's questionable?
If he's playing, I'm starting him.
Okay. And that'll be against who? Denver?
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Jacobs just had a big game. They might be kind of pissed off.
Well, you gotta remember, Randy Gregory, their starting edge rusher, got put on IR.
Honestly, though, if Jonathan Taylor isn't in the game, that's their whole offense. Their whole offense runs through Jonathan Taylor. So you have to start him because he's going to get the touches. He's going to get the work. But if he doesn't go, then the whole offense doesn't go, and the Colts are dead in the water.
All right, so Cooper Kupp, Debo Samuel, or Cooper Kupp versus Dallas, and Tyreek versus the Jets, versus Debo Samuel in Carolina, and Cortland Sutton in Indy.
I don't have that information here on my side. I was showing. Who does Debo Samuel play next week?
He plays against Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Debo Samuel.
Yeah, he's not moving.
Really? Tyreek versus the Jets?
I play off matchup. Matchup is Debo.
Sauce Gardner is going to have a game, though.
And you never know which one's going to go off. It could be both, or Waddle can have a great game and he'll have 100 yards. But I do think Debo in this matchup against Carolina, I know the Jets are soft, but they have a stiffer defense than Carolina Panthers. So if I'm not picking up based off this, I'm going with Debo Samuels to have the better point total.
All right, the last interesting matchup on here is the Bengals defense versus the Cowboys defense. Cowboys playing at the Rams.
Cowboys for sure.
Bengals at Baltimore.
Cowboys gonna kill that shit.
Cowboys defense for sure.
Yep.
Until they've proven otherwise, Cowboys defense for sure.
Yeah, the Rams.
Yeah, been looking bad.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
But the Cowboys defense or the Rams offense?
Rams
the,
offense.
Rams offense.
Been bad. Been really bad.
Yeah, because I didn't see the game.
It's been
last
so
night.
underwhelming, and it's so crazy. Like, I feel like people have spoken on it, but I still feel like it hasn't been talked about enough.
Like Cooper Kupp's been doing
because
great.
they've been winning.
but-
as long as the record shows right, they're going to keep
Sure.
raising.
Exactly.
They're 2-2. I think people are murmuring.
They lost the first two, won the last
Right.
two.
Keep fucking
Well, that's if you can pull it together, but like everybody was definitely had way loftier expectations for this
sure.
team that
3-1
spent a lot of
Florida.
money.
On that offensive line too.
Uh-huh.
And now to the last
Let's
matchup.
get to it.
So right now, as it sits, the quarterback competition is Kyler Murray versus Philadelphia, and Justin Herbert at Cleveland.
Herbert.
Herbert takes the edge.
for sure, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not rocking Murray anywhere near
Because that
Philly.
that front
Yeah.
four alone, they're monsters. And now they have Jordan Davis. They're fucking monsters, dude.
Monster.
Darius
They're gonna
Slay
be-
is the
it's good-
starting quarterback is Darius Slay. That
It's gonna look like some Space Jam shit. Like for real.
Some out of space.
He's gonna be running around doing his best Michael Jordan impression the whole fucking game.
Kind of racist here.
No, it's just Space Jam.
Anyway.
Motherfucker. Anyway, at running backs we got Austin Eckler and Najee Harris for Saquon Barkley and Cordell Patterson's on IR. Who's he got? Travis Etienne, Devin Singletary, Rashad Penny. I'm thinking he's going Penny.
probably. I'd go Penny out of that group.
Who we got left after this? I don't know. Out of those though, Eckler and Barkley are probably the top tier. Barkley's playing 9:30 in London. I don't know how that's gonna affect them.
Until Barkley shows that he's not back to his old self like he's been this whole season, he's been himself, then Barkley's got to get the edge out of any running back.
Got you. Yeah, I just like the fact that Eckler gets so many catches. That builds up a lot of points.
But they are playing Green Bay, right?
No, Cleveland.
I thought they played at 9:30 in the morning.
Saquon is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking. So they're playing against Green Bay. That I don't know. Who's the other running back playing against?
Eckler against Cleveland.
Oh, well, then I
Yeah.
may take Eckler to do the matchup because Green Bay can show that they can stop the run.
Right.
Don't forget
That's all I'm
Miles Garrett
saying.
is still out as well for Cleveland.
Oh, true.
Oh,
Good.
shit.
Correct.
Yeah. Next up, we got the wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb and Michael Pittman Jr. CeeDee Lamb's playing
The Rams, yep.
Rams. And Michael Pittman Jr. is in Denver. No, that's the two starting wide receiver for Landon.
Right.
Oh. Well,
Um,
CeeDee Lamb's good.
Rammy wife.
and then Tiny Diggs has got Justin Jefferson versus Chicago, and Jamar Chase versus Baltimore.
Well,
Shot Rick.
I'm sorry, you took a big L on both of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, move on
Yeah.
to the next shit. I don't want to talk about it. That should be my
That-
name. I don't want to talk about it.
But he on his bench though. He's got Godwin at Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah, but I still favor Mike Evans as the big, receiving as far as that. Chris Godwin's still coming off.
I mean, do you think he's gonna do better
Tyler
than?
Lockett against New Orleans.
He has a better
Well,
chance.
hold on. You gotta remember, DeAndre Swift's still in his flex,
Yep.
right? So here's his full lineup: like CeeDee Lamb, Michael Pittman Jr., Dallas Goedert for tight end, DeAndre Swift, who's questionable still,
Been questionable.
but he's got Miles Sanders, Amari Cooper, Tyler Lockett, Brandon Cooks, James Conner, David Montgomery, and Chris Godwin,
Mm-hmm.
all on his bench.
I
All of those could
would.
go in
Pittman
the
would be
flex.
subbed out for Lockett. That would be the best bet there. That gives you the highest potential as far as points go.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
then who would you put in the flex though?
I would keep DeAndre Swift in the flex. Why would you need to take him out? Keep him
Is
in
he
the
gonna
flex.
play?
Is he gonna play? You gotta tell me.
Hold on, Friday, September
DeAndre Swift plays
30th.
New England.
It's questionable.
He's questionable right now. I'd say if he plays, keep him there. If not, then. But I think he plays. If he's already questionable, yeah, he's probably gonna play.
Okay, so the information I got here is Swift didn't practice at all this week, and reports suggest he could be held out through the Lions' Week 6 bye. The team hasn't commented on expectations beyond the current week in which Jamal Williams will lead the team's backfield.
That was what, last week?
That was on Friday.
Okay, so he's not playing this week.
Probably not.
Okay, so then what other players?
If they're talking about he could be held out Week 6, I don't know if he's playing Week 5.
You know what? Go
He
into
has
your-
Miles Sanders too on the bench.
Oh well, then shoot, Miles
Against
Sanders.
Arizona.
Right.
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders versus Arizona.
JJ Watt over here.
So
Well, hold on.
Miles Sanders and
And then
DeAndre
Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett at the receiver. DeAndre Swift flubbed out for Miles Sanders. I mean, I'm only 3-1. What do I know?
You still talking shit, bro?
Nah, man. Just
Hey, man.
I'm not
Jake,
supposed- I'm
if
not
you
just gonna
listen to
skip
this,
over
I
here, so-
really need you to do your lineup and whoop his ass, please, please,
Come on, Skip. Calm down with the emotions.
please.
It's a numbers game.
I'm a winner. Woo! Like, fuck
Hey,
you.
it's all you got to be.
Alright?
No matter if it's by 1 point or 30 points. You win, you win.
Anyway.
You know
Family.
Muévete, chulita, ahora. Puta. Carro.
All right. Well,
Alright.
it's been about an hour now. Actually, oh shit! Exactly 1 hour and 18 seconds. Yay!
We're celebrating an
I'm
hour.
gonna,
That's a good way to end this.
I'm gonna have to fucking figure
What a
out.
fucking
I wonder how. Hold on.
Dude.
Just fucking bleep all that rest of that shit out. You said.
Now that we did the whole time, I wonder what this is gonna get trimmed down to. It's gonna be like fucking 8 less minutes. Like just take
Right.
everything.
So
in
it's
gonna be like a
and-
45-minute
bad
video.
he-
Dude,
Or
I had
audio.
fucking
Turned
gold
out.
shit through this whole
And then
fucking
we'll talk about it
podcast.
next week. 'Cause
Tell me I'm
it'll be a
wrong.
Talking point to see how bad
Anyway, we still
all
need
of
to make our
it
fucking beats.
during this podcast. It's
Anyway,
not going to work out.
we'll see you all next week.
Maybe.
Fags.
Later.
Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.